Hello, everybody. It is me, Yfema, coming to you today, live on the interwebs. Let's just adjust this camera so that it's a little bit easier to see. Oh, for now. Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully everything's working just fine. I've got some ducks for you. I'm told that you're all a big fan of ducks. And we've got lots of new ducks to discover today. Oh my goodness, look at all these cuties. Just filing in here, just doing their thing. Oh my goodness, what have we got here? We've got Rai Jones with first. I'm putting these on upside down. Oh my goodness. Rai, thank you for being first. We love you, we appreciate you. We've got Sardonisms, wanted first but only got the Slazzy Redeemed. Sardonisms, we love you. Thank you for being here. Not first but still love you. We love you. Blur, not first, but still love you. Wanted first, but not, but only got this Slazzy Redeemed. Pie, Blur, we love you. Thank you for being here. Oh my goodness, look at all these. Look at all these ducks. Oh my goodness, what a sound that made. We've got a peacock duck. Goodness, it's been so long since we saw these lovely ducks. Look at that. And there's so many more ducks to unlock. So we've got ducks galore. We're in the process of unlocking those ducks. We've got Placid Plastic Ducklings. My goodness. There should be a third birthday duck in here somewhere too. We'll see. We'll see. The humans like ducks. Peter, are you not human? Is that what I'm hearing? Peter, hello. Let's see. We've got so many things going on here. J Chili with a 3-stream streak. J Chili, thank you so much. Joe, how are you today? What is up? Congratulations to everyone who isn't Martin Short. There is no Yfema, only Zool. I assure you, there is an Yfema, no Zool today. I need to turn the sound down. I don't know what's rolling, but something's rolling. Hang on. That's such a horrible sound. Sound effects. There we go. I don't know what that was, but I didn't enjoy it. All cutie, no booty, the Peter Greenwood story. Peter, I think you probably do have more booty than you give yourself credit for. Yfema in chat, could you please look at the photos channel and help me decide? Blue or purple tabs? Oh my goodness. Well, I really like the look of those blue tabs. They're very nice, and I think they'll match the theme very well. Look at those pretty blue colors. Also, blue is my favorite color, so I'm probably biased. Now you know. We've got hydrations happening. I've got a caramel latte today. A 1. And a 2. I hate to say it, but we're gonna completely mute the sound effects because they're awful. Perfect. Hate to do it because we won't hear the ducks ducking, but whatever. Oh, look! Coffee is being brewed. Look at that. There's coffee for the ducks already. Beautiful. Beautiful coffee. Blue is your favorite. It's not like your whole stream is blue. Pie? Really? So today, in case you guys didn't know, I'm going to be answering your questions about life, the universe, and everything. That's why I'm here, me, Yfema. So if you have any questions, what in the different drink is this? This is just a caramel latte. This is what our new coffee machine puts out. It's not. I've been drinking these for weeks, Peter. You just didn't see the top of the glass. Nothing has changed. Everything is the same, except it's me, Yfema. When will Megan give you a book? It's not really... She's not really in charge of who gets books. It's really kind of who tells her stories. And in truth, I haven't told her a story worth writing down yet. So, I kind of need to decide what my story is, and then she can go ahead and write it down. Now, there were intentions stated for this cross-stitch, and I don't remember what they were. So we're going to have to look at a few things here. Is this the color I used for this? Does that look like... That looks like a pretty good match. Looks like a pretty good match of that color. But yes, if I ever tell Megan a story worth writing down, then I'm sure she'll write it. I think this is the darker color. Oh, this is a much darker color, yes. So this is the color that we're going to use. Fear not, we've untangled the riddle. We figured it out. Vinyl, hello! How's it going, my dear? I hope you're doing well. Dear Yfema, will you be a pony in My Little Domerin? I could be. I definitely could be. That would be right up my alley. Oh, the peacock has got his tail out. How interesting. I wonder if it's because of this duck. Ooh. Interesting. Vinyl of the House of Stencil, welcome in. Welcome in. Enjoy the ducks. If anyone has any other questions, please let me know. I will make a very adorable pony. I will have antlers, of course, and goat eyes, because goats are the best. Goats are absolutely the best. I just pulled out I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. My goodness. I guess what I'll do is I'll try this with 2, but it might need I'll try it with 1, but it might need a second one. There's a lot of trial and error when you're doing detail work in a craft project. So we're very much in the fuck around and find out stage. Peter, you're on a train? Are you on the train coming home from Edinburgh? Is that what's happening? Are you going home from recent activities? I was in Edinburgh today. Now I'm on my way home. Lots of things happened. Was it good things? Was some of the things that happened good things? Soon we will get a new duck. Now I have to decide where to start. I should start down here. I have a feeling that one of these just is not going to be visible. I have a feeling we're going to need 2, but let's see. Let's try it out. Yes, it doesn't really do much. Let's try it with 2, because that is almost invisible. Almost invisible. A rogue eyelash trying to poke you in the eye. Get rid of it. That's so rude. Vinyl, I'm so sorry. I am also glad you're on your way home. I'm doing great today, Peter. Thank you for asking. I am enjoying being here with all of you and the ducks. Oh, we're getting ready to get a new duck. Need to go back down to the other pool, so that we can see when the new duck arrives. Oh, it's Rylan. What a sweet boy. Fun fact, he is in the pony fanfiction as well. If any of you have any questions about the secrets of the universe that you'd like me to answer today, please let me know. Alright, let's see if this works any better. I'm basically trying to get a two-toned effect here, but if it doesn't... If the colors don't work out, I might have to switch to white. Which wouldn't be the worst thing, but... It'd be nice if I could get the effect with the red. That was the original plan. It is ever so slightly more visible than it was. So I guess it depends on how subtle I want this effect to be. I don't even think you'll be able to see this on camera, which is how subtle it is. And I think it might be too subtle. I think well, it does show up a little bit on the camera. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if that's doing what I want it to do. Maybe I should have done the outline first. Maybe that'll make it pop better. Dear Yfema, why are girls confusing? The truth is, Peter, that everybody is confusing. Blur, enjoy your lurk. Everybody's confusing. Girls are confusing. Boys are confusing. Everybody's confused. And so everyone's confusing. Everybody has all of these conflicting thoughts going on in their brains. We don't really know what's happening or what it's going to be like in the morning. And so people are indecisive and, you know, impulsive, and just everyone's just a little bit crazy on the inside. So we're all confused and we're all confusing. And it's because the world is insane. And really all you can do is your best day by day. Let me take off my sweater. I'm boiling. How do you fall asleep? Well, there are a couple of things that you can do to encourage yourself to fall asleep. We talked a little bit about this on Wolf Stream on Saturday night. First thing that you should do, or never do, really, as it goes, is in your bedroom, in your bed, the only two things that you should ever do in that space reading and boning, as you youths put it. You definitely don't want to be playing games in there, or, you know, doom scrolling, or all those other sort of things. You want to keep it just for sleeping, mostly. And the reason for that is that it trains your brain to say, all right, when I'm in my room, when I'm in my bed, I'm sleeping now. That is sleepy time. And that is when I'm going to be sleeping. So that's step one. I mean, unless you'd like to make a blood sacrifice to the god of sleep, you could do that. I recommend small creatures mostly, because you'll get in trouble if you use larger ones. But that's step one. Step two is try not to be on screens before you go to bed. Blue light, as it is in many of these technological devices that you have, is very bad for you. So you want to detox yourself from blue light for at least an hour, if possible. Even 20 or 30 minutes is good, but you want to detox yourself from the blue light for at least an hour, if you can, before you lay down, because that's going to help a lot. That's going to make a big difference, because blue light wakes you up and gets your brain active and makes it do the things, and you don't want it to do the things because you want to go to sleep. So that's one thing. I said sacrifice, not bone. I don't know where you're getting that from, Peter. It's harder to think when I'm talking in this voice than when I'm talking in my regular voice, ironically. So, step one, train your brain to sleep when you're in your bedroom. Step two, get away from technological devices as much as you can, or use a blue light filter if you're going to be on your phone or on your iPad or whatever. Use one of those apps or use one of the settings that filters the blue light, because that will help. And it does also help if you try to go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time, roughly every day, because again, it trains your brain to do the thing when you want it to do the thing. So it's a lot about training your brain. You can always try a relaxy tea. Try not to have caffeine later in the day. Caffeine can stay in your system for up to 8 hours. So don't drink anything with caffeine in it, or at least don't drink coffee after 2 in the afternoon. People sleep. You generally need to do that, Joe. This is how I do it. These are my rules. These are my actual personal rules. I don't do activities in my bedroom. I get off my computer an hour before bed and I read from an actual book or from a device like my Kindle, which has no backlight and no blue light. I try to go to bed at roughly the same time every night. Now, I am on vacation right now, so that time has become 2 in the morning, which is going to cause me problems when I go back to work, but that's a future me problem. Right now, that is a future me problem. At the moment, I'm going to bed around 2 in the morning. So if you go to bed at the same time every day and wake up at the same time every day, that helps. You can adjust that by about 15 to 20 minute intervals at a time without too much trouble, but any more than that, and your body will be like, hey, it's 30 minutes before we're supposed to go to bed. Why are we doing this now? You can try a relaxy tea, chamomile or valerian. Valerian will super chill you out. I've only had it a couple of times, but it makes you feel super chill. Don't drink caffeine after 2 in the afternoon, or if you do drink a lighter caffeine, like I can have a tea in the afternoon because it has less caffeine, but I don't drink coffee past 2 in the afternoon because it does take 8 hours for caffeine to get out of your system. And for me, one last thing, I sleep with earplugs. I am an extremely light sleeper. If I hear a noise and I'm halfway asleep, I'm fully awake again. I fall asleep more quickly and stay asleep more betterly if I can't hear anything. So I will show you. I will show you in a minute. Let me finish blowing my nose. I forgot to sleep. Joseph Chilson. Next, you're going to be telling me that you forgot to eat. My goodness. My goodness. Alright. Here you go. Here's the final secret to my sleep success. Max earplugs. I buy these in pairs. You get 6 pairs of earplugs in here. I use them each for about a week and a half before I throw them out. They'll eventually stop being sticky, so you can't use them forever. And they're very good. They don't go in your ear. They sit in like your ear canal. They sit, so they don't go in like that. They sit on the outside, so there's no danger of them getting stuck. And it forms an airtight seal. You'll be able to hear your alarm through that. If you set an alarm, it'll go off, and you'll hear it in the morning. But if your neighbor's outside at 6:30 in the morning revving their truck engine, you won't hear that. You'll just hear your alarm. It's wonderful. It's gorgeous. So those are my sleep hygiene tips and tricks. Did you eat something with nutritional value, Joe? Ice cream doesn't have nutritional value. Also, Peter, I don't know if it was an official question, but it's not the size of the bone that matters. It's what you do with it. Take that as you will. All right. Let's try putting... We're gonna get some actual crafting done at some point today. I have faith. Let's see... Let's see how we want to do this. This is a really long... It is not going to be very conducive for tying things off. Start here. Oop, Well, that's not very helpful. Might actually. I didn't want to pull this out again, but I do think it's just going to cause problems. So let's pull it out. When you're doing something like details, there's a lot of trial and error involved, and you just have to accept that sometimes you're going to do the same stitches 6 times before you're going to be happy with it. So we're just going to set that aside. It's going to make our life so much easier. Protomat, hello. Welcome in. We are answering your burning questions about the secrets of the universe today by ME Yfema. I'm doing wonderful. I mean, I've accomplished no crafting at any point in time yet this morning, but we're going to get there. We have faith that this is going to come through and actually work at some point. Oh, look at that dramatic shot of the ducks there, my friends. Ooh, I did all the outlining of Tigger with 2, but I think we might only need 1. We might only need 1 of those browns to stand out. Let's try it. We're going to be happy with how something looks in a minute, I'm sure. Protomat, how are you doing today? Oh yes, I think that might work very, very nicely. Don't want the line to be too thick. think I'm happy with that. It's a slightly less bold line than this, but I feel like the other one was very, very thick. My favorite animal, goats. They're just such sweet boys, you know. They're always happy to see you. They'll eat anything. And they get a really bad rap because, you know, they have such weird eyes. Oh, we got a new duck and I wasn't paying attention. They have such weird eyes, but, you know, they're really just sweet boys. They're just very sweet. You can always trust a goat. Is this guy new? Did we have this guy before? He's a window washer. Is he new? Did we have the window washer duck before? Hang on, where's... Oh no, I think we may have gotten this boy. Yes. So we did have the window washer duck before. Maybe he's one of the rooftop ducks. Ah, yes. Interesting. So I was trying to check something. Hopefully that will still work when I minimize it. Okay, good. Oh, it actually is supposed to have that much thicker line. Am I about to just rip out all my progress again? At some point, I'm going to put in a stitch and actually leave it. I'm so excited I get to do a route first day of school. Heck yeah, Proto Matt. When does school start for the kids in your area? Here they'll be starting on September 2nd, I believe. The day after Labor Day. I know exactly how I'm going to feel after I do this. I'm going to want 1.5 threads, which isn't something I can do. That's such a far thing. What if I go... Where do I go from here? That does look good. Maybe we'll leave it that. The 27th. Oh my goodness. That seems so early to me because Ghost Pepper's only going back for professional development on the 25th, but I know that in the States it does start earlier. The school does start earlier. And the summer starts a little earlier as well. Enjoy your look, Protomat. We appreciate you. Glad to have you here. Look at that, chat. I think we're finally happy with a set of stitches. It only took half an hour into stream, but we got there. Oh, we got another new duck. Let's see if we can spot if it was a new duck or not. It was Terran's duck. Terran's duck is here. Delta Flareon is raiding. Flareon, welcome in! Hello, hello! Let's shout out. Delta Flareon. How was your stream? What were you up to today? I assume potentially art of some kind. It is me! Usually this is the stream of Starborn Striker, but today it is Yfema, me, Yfema the Woods Witch. I am answering your questions about the mysteries of the universe while working on some cross-stitch. It's taken us about half an hour to do that little bit of an outline on Pooh's shirt, but I'm finally happy with how it looks. Sometimes you have to try things 5 different ways before you're happy with it. Welcome in, Delta Flareon, hello, Typey, hello, Sakadetsu, welcome in. I've probably said your names horribly wrong, but welcome in. We're happy to have you. How's it going? What is up today? And if you have any questions about liminal space or the secrets of the universe, please don't hesitate to ask. So far we've talked about goats. We've talked about sleeping. We've talked about goats. Said it very right. Perfect. Welcome in, my friend. Secrets of the Universe is a contained... There are lots of beans in the universe, Flareon. There are many different kinds of beans. Some, I believe, are probably undiscovered. There have to be other worlds and other planets out there. Other realms unknown to us in which there are beans. I must believe that there are undiscovered beans. And that someday we will be rich in the knowledge, the true knowledge of beans. I actually think I should go there. What do you know about the cosmic garbage dump Megan is writing about now? I know that it is a form of liminal space. And you probably don't want to go there, because once you go down there, you can't get out. Ghost Pepper, welcome in. Welcome into the stream. I'm sure you've been listening to all our trials and tribulations from the kitchen. But welcome in. It is a cosmic liminal space. It was created by the universe to essentially put all of the really dangerous things that shouldn't exist in there. And once you get in there, you're pretty much trapped, and you can't really get back out. So I don't recommend going. It's pretty hard to get down there. You basically have to be looking for something impossible or running away from something inevitable. So don't do those things, you know? Stick within the regular confines of, you know, the rules of the universe, and you should be fine. That's not good. We've pulled red thread through there when we didn't want to. Made some catastrophic derpy mess-ups. Listen, I've done the same thing in the last 30 minutes. Playing Ocarina of Time. I hope you had a fabulous time playing Ocarina of Time. Isn't that game like a time loop? Alright, we're going to finish a little bit here, and then I'm going to take a quick break. The shoulder coming together there. It's actually starting to look really good. I'm happy with that. Some traveling through time aspects. Have to get ready to pick up my small bean child, Flareon. Thank you for the raid and also Alright, we're back. We are here. I am here in duck form. Yes. Goodness gracious. We are continuing. Oh, goodness gracious. That was me getting hit from across the pool. We are continuing to work on this lovely... Now that I'm actually keeping these stitches, I'm going to mark off my work. What I've actually completed here, so I can keep track of that. Carl! Hello! It's me, Yfema! We're talking about liminal space and the secrets of the universe. How are you, my dear? How's it going? Best way to drink tea and coffee. So this is going to be very, very dependent on the coffee/tea that you are drinking and the person that you are. I'm hot and sweaty. Liminal space! Liminal space is my favorite thing too, Carly. Not being hot and sweaty, though. Some people might think, oh, if you're hot and sweaty, take a dunk in liminal space and you'll feel better. And the truth is, some liminal space is very hot and sweaty too. So you have to be careful about that. But how to drink coffee and tea. So we'll start with tea. The tea, the way you drink tea, it depends very heavily on the type of tea. So certain types of tea are good with milk and sugar. Certain types of tea are best without milk. And certain types of tea, you just drink it straight. For me, with a black tea, I'm going to put a little bit of honey and milk in there to bring out whatever flavorings are in the black tea. It tones down the richness of the tea a little bit, because black tea can get very bitter. If I'm drinking a fruity or floral tea, I'm going to put a little bit of honey in there, but not milk, because if you put milk, it can drown out the fruitiness, but you want a little bit of sweetness to bring out that fruity flavor. And if you're drinking something like a matcha, you probably just want a little bit of sweetener in there. You probably don't need very much. Same with coffee. It depends on the coffee. Today, I'm drinking an espresso, so I've got some caramel in there. My favorite type of coffee, because I am the most basic of bitches, is pumpkin spice. But you know, that's just me. Ghost Pepper just drinks that stuff straight. He just doesn't put anything in his coffee. Liminal space. Liminal spaces are transitional spaces. They're spaces that exist between other spaces. So liminal space can be just about anything. In the physical world, liminal space is something like a hotel hallway or a gas station. Places that are always open, that you always have to cross through in order to reach another space, but that you may encounter strange things because of their transitional and open and accessible nature. In the vaster universe, liminal spaces can also rest between worlds. So they are crossover points where the Fey realm might bleed into the mundane realm and vice versa. So liminal space has infinite possibilities and should not be mistaken for astral space, which is a completely different thing. Welcome back from your lurk, Blur. Discount donuts? Any particular flavor of donut, Carly? What's your favorite flavor of donut? Tell us. We wish to know. And liminal spaces might sometimes seem very frightening at first, depending on where you are or what you are doing, but usually, as long as you're respectful of whatever you see while you're in there, you'll be safe. Butterscotch iced with custard filling. That sounds fucking amazing, Carl. That's your favorite? I can see why that's your favorite. What I got was choco iced with Bavarian filling. Oh, also very good. Very, very good. Also, speaking of liminal space, liminal spaces can be physical spaces, but they can also be states of time. They can be senses of self. If your identity is in the process of changing, you would occupy a liminal space. There's many different things. People hear liminal space and they think, oh, that's very two-dimensional, but actually, there's a lot to know about liminal spaces. I like chocolate with custard, and now I want some. I love me a good Boston cream. A good Boston cream donut. Delicious. Those were my favorite growing up. Always the Boston cream. Oop, I just pulled my thread right off my needle. That's not helpful. so close to the end of this shirt. Can we finish it? Do we have enough thread? I think we have just enough thread to get that shirt outlined fully. There we go. There we go. A fully outlined shirt. I think that looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. Now we can decide if we want to go with a dark red on the interior, if we want to go a lighter color and put some white in there. Boston cream was my favorite for a long time. Boston cream, for me, now has that nostalgia factor to it, right? Because I ate it so much when I was young. Chocolate with custard. I like chocolate with custard, now I want to go get some. Ugh, I can't even eat those anymore. I can't even eat those kinds of donuts anymore. You can read as many books as you want, as long as you can keep track of them. As long as you are happy that you are keeping track of what's happening in them, you can read as many books as you want. Honestly, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Have we gotten any more ducks? Is that a new duck? What? This duck has a kick me sign on it! That's so rude! Look at this! Who did this to this poor duck? Who did this to this poor duck? Who did that? Hadriel Langdale's just taking a chill out here on his own. That seems very him, actually. Who did this to this poor duck? That's a new duck. That's a new duck. Just kick me, duck. Look at this. Look at this boy. My goodness. Who would do such a thing? I was going to try not to start a new book today, but here we are. Listen. Are these books that you're planning to finish, or are you not interested in them anymore because they don't seem very good anymore? There's so many ducks trying to get into this elevator, honestly. There's a very long line for the rooftop. Did a duck get stuck over there? Oh. Oh, there's little ducks. Did we unlock some of the ducklings, or were those always there? Interesting. Maybe we have to get the mother first. Dolphin is here. I've heard he's a very nice boy. I don't deeply want to finish any of them before the others. I want to finish them all equally much, so I can't pick. Roll a die. Just assign them numbers and roll a die. Then they've all got equal consideration in the eyes of the universe. Put that into the hands of the universe. The universe made a decision, and then you don't have to feel guilty about it. If you have all things being equal and you can't decide between them, roll a die. Put that on the universe. Take that weight off your shoulders. Drowning sorrows and raging fire. So says the dice. So says the random gods of the universe. We have done it, chat. We've completed a full thread. It only took an hour to be happy with our efforts, but here we are. Here we are. We've got a nice, beautiful outline. You can see Tig is completely done. We've finished him, and now we've got the outline for Pooh. I can already tell, because of where it overlaps the Eeyore, that I'm gonna need a lighter color to do the outline, I think, for Eeyore. But here we are. That's looking very good, actually. I'm quite happy with that. Now, we do want to give some texture to the shirt, is the thing. So we're going to have to decide if we want to do that with the darker red, or if we want to do that with a white. We're about to get a new duck! This is a gift. This is a gift for our lovely friend, Flannelsaurus. Because he, like me, is a very big fan of Winnie the Pooh. Any second now, we're about to get a new duck. We'll see if it's a brand new duck or a duck that we've unlocked in the past. It's Barred Owl! It's Barred Owl's duck. Barred Owl is here. Megan will be back tomorrow. This is you get a full day of Yfema today. But if you need to ask Megan any questions, I can contact her. She can be channeled through me to answer your questions. But she will be back tomorrow with Ghost Pepper, her lovely husband, who I'm told is a pepper man. They'll be chatting while she crafts, same as I'm doing now. Wow, this thread does not want to go on the needle. I have angered it. Alright. Now that we've got a little bit of contrast in here with the outlining, let's see. Oh, look, there's Dameron's duck as well. I've heard that he's a nice boy. Bit odd, but nice. Ah, yes, let me mark off my progress on my chart here so I remember that I've done these things. Otherwise, I'm going to get confused. My old brain. Oop. Carly, what are you up to today? I still don't think this is a high enough contrast between the colors. It does look a little bit better now that there's some brown, but I don't think it quite does what I want it to do yet. It's a little too subtle. I might try it with the white. Only had morning classes and work. Just vibing now. Nice. Ran errands afterward, and now I'm snacking before taking a nap. I need to be more awake for Winds of Chaos. You definitely want to be awake for Winds of Chaos. Tonight, Tyrannosaurus is guesting again, and they were swallowed by a massive creature the last time. At the end of the last episode, they were hunting a creature that brings chaos and destruction to the universe, and they were swallowed by it. They leapt straight down its throat. I had to voice Allura and Vexalia in the same scene last night in D&D, and it broke my brain. I can imagine. I actually turned off all the voice redeems for this stream because I didn't want someone asking me to do another voice with the Yfema's voice. They have not gotten back to the Wayfarer yet. I imagine that they probably will get back to the Wayfarer after they finish with Terran, because Ghost won't want to keep Terran guesting for an entire month. Instead, he'll probably try to get her sorted out. Can't even see to rip out these stitches, which probably tells me everything I need to know about whether or not this is actually doing what I want it to do. So they'll probably get back to the Wayfarer after they finish. Listen, Carly, they will get there eventually. Also, I think what they do tonight is going to be really cool. Alright. Let's try it with just one piece of white. This is the same thing. The same exercise that we've already repeated. Is there coffee? Oh, the ducks have drunk all the coffee. There's no coffee for this poor panda duck. I know, Carly, but this is how D&D goes, is you think something's going to happen and then a month later it finally happens. Alright, let's try this and see. Let's see if this finally does what I want it to do. I think this might work. I think this might work. I was resistant. I was resistant to doing it with the white because I thought it would be too much, but I do think it looks the best. I think you can even see it right there on stream. I think this is going to give us that texture that we want, and I'll just do it with the single strand. I think that will work a lot better. I think this is going to be quite perfect, actually. So I need to make sure I actually anchor my thread, because for once I'm not going to be ripping these stitches out. We're going to be leaving these ones in. nice. I'm finally happy with that. Look at that little, just a little bit of texture in there. You can finally see it the way I want you to see it. Perfect. It's perfect. So this is what we'll go with. I'm glad I ripped it out 4 times because I'm finally happy with how it looks. Did we get a new duck? Did we get a new duck while I wasn't paying attention? Why are we... Are we stuck in this elevator now? Okay. Wow. That was, not fun. Where is... Alright. There's me. We got our alien duck. Oh no, that must mean that Terran was stolen. If the alien duck is here, that means that Terran was stolen. And I think we've got the pinata duck as our next duck. Well, Terran was with us. I was hoping the aliens would not come to the roof, but they did. They did, and they stole Terran. These are office ducks, it looks like? Oh, that's an office duck. And that's Silkfoot impersonating an office duck. Carly, did you fall asleep to the dulcet tones of our stream last night? Were we still yimma-yammering in your ear when you drifted off to dreamland? Phone wasn't charging with Twitch going, so I had to turn you off, but I as soon as I did, I zonked. Well, I'm glad that you got some good sleep, or at least I hope you got some good sleep. There's been a lot of talk of not getting enough sleep lately, and I just want everyone to be able to get a good night of sleep. Sleep is shockingly important, and you don't really realize until... You don't really realize until you have that one good night of sleep and your brain starts firing again. It was okay. That's better than not good. So I will take it. But I hope you get even better sleep next time. Just finished snacking on some sunflower seeds, gonna drink some water and go lay down. Carly, get a good nap. We'll see you later for Winds of Chaos. Gonna show some photos from the Ren Fair. Yes, I'm assuming you said your body hated you earlier. I'm assuming that you did a lot of walking. Blur. I would imagine there was a lot of walking, possibly some dancing. How did the outfit go? And how did things go in general? Tell us the deets. Peter, are you still here? That was something I forgot to tell you. Hang on, I think I've done something. I think I've done something wrong. I did. I miscounted. There we go. Did a lot of walking. It went amazing. It did have a wardrobe malfunction the first day, but it wasn't too big. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but I do know with cosplay and it being complicated and having a lot of moving parts that it's probably sort of inevitable that that sort of thing happens from time to time. But as long as you had fun, that's the most important thing, really. If you had a good time, then it's worth all the aches afterwards. It's worth all the trouble as long as you had a good time. Coming along. You can see we're just adding some texture into the shirt there. I think it looks really good. I think it looks... I wanted to do it in a red. I wanted to do it in a darker red, but it just wasn't working. Your boyfriend proposed on Sunday? Blur, that's amazing! Please post pictures of the ring. We would love to see it, if you wouldn't mind sharing. And congratulations! That's amazing! I'm so happy for you. I just drank before Pie came in, but I will drink again for the hydrate. That's so very exciting, Blur. Have you guys set a date yet, or is it just pretty much in the preliminary stages? Haven't set a date yet. That's fair. There's no rush. These things do take time, and wedding planning is, in a word, a bitch. But Blur, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. That's amazing. And I wish you the best of luck with everything, with getting everything ready. Whatever you decide to do, however you decide to celebrate. Also, this one? Yes. Alright, I think it's been about an hour since I took a break, so I'm going to get up and move. I have returned with the bodos. Yes, that's what that says. With the photos, I'll be blocking out my and my friends' faces since we don't like to show our faces. That's totally fair, Blur. Don't worry. Don't share anything that you're not comfortable with sharing. That's always our policy. That is always our policy. But still, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you for the welcome. All right. Is there coffee? There's coffee. More coffee has been brewed. Delicious coffee for the ducks. And a sushi snack. Alright, let's swing over here. Do this one. Off by one. Oh, I may have put that over too far. I did. So those are slightly off from where they're supposed to be. Got some new dice while I was there. Of course, so it sounds like the proposal happened at the Ren Fair, which is that... Did I say this already? That sounds pretty fun. Was there a large group of people around when it happened, or were you in, like, a private place? I would have been very nervous if that happened in front of a large group of people. I missed one. I totally missed one. Just swing back and get that at the end. No, we were in a private place. It was just with our friends around. Well, that, I probably would have been way too nervous if that had happened in front of a bunch of people, so I can totally understand wanting to be in a private place. But that's awesome. To do it at the Ren Fair, that's so cool. Well, it sounds like it was a very, very eventful weekend. Let's see, did we get a new duck while I wasn't paying attention? Oh, this is a new duck. We haven't seen this duck before. This duck has a heart on it. I'm pretty sure that's one of the brand new ducks. Yes. Interesting. Brand new heart duck. I also made that one too small. I wonder if I should fix that. Oh, that would be hard because I... I already tied that off. Peter, you're here! I'm home and in bed, and my feet may be dead. It's too much for my head. I want some bread, and to spread the lead to the guy. I ran out of words that rhyme. Listen, Peter, I'm glad you're home. I'm glad you're in bed, and I wanted to tell you that I watched the first season of Hell of a Boss yesterday. I know you wanted me to see that. Pie? Fuck you and shut up. You asked for this. And you got it. I'm pretty sure I've said it in this voice for you before, but... And now I shall sip. Without feeling guilty. It's alright, Pi. I will say it as many times as you ask me to, honestly. That's what I'm here for. Alright. This has definitely not gone perfectly. I've definitely made a few mistakes, but I am happy with how that looks. I am very, very pleased with how that looks, as a matter of fact. It has the flow, it has the texture. So I'm going to tie that off. I'm going to be pleased with that. That is what we've got. It looks pretty good. I have a couple of things in the wrong place, but I'm not too worried about it. I think it looks just fine. I think if I didn't say that I made any mistakes, people wouldn't know that there were mistakes in there. We've got all that done. Excellent. Excellent. And now we're going to work a little bit more on the outline, I think. So it's mostly just that. I have a little bit of white to do in the ears, and then I think we had just got the outline for the rest of it. Dear Yfema, which voice is harder to do? The Megan voice or the Drusilla voice? Drusilla? You mean Jakella? The Jakella voice is much harder. The high-pitched one? That's probably my hardest one. There's nothing wrong. It's perfect. Thank you, Pi. I definitely... One of the wrinkles was supposed to be slightly longer. One of these lines I messed up a little bit, but I do think it looks very good. I'm pretty happy with it. And I can try to fix it later. But I'm pretty happy with how it's going, honestly. The Jakella voice is much harder. It's the hardest one, probably, because it's so high-pitched. And it can wreck my throat if I'm not careful, that one. Can't see what you're talking about, because it's too small. Honestly, Pi, it's so small in the real world, too, that even if I held it right in front of your face, you probably wouldn't know what I'm talking about. I can get really close to the screen here. So, you see right here, there's two little lines, right? Two little brown lines. And this bottom one was supposed to be longer. It was supposed to be one square longer than it is. And I made it too short. And that's it. That's what I did wrong. One square mistake. I know, Pi. I didn't even tell you that there's a whole line missing in Tigger's neck. I've caused it to not focus. There it goes. It's in focus again. I'm not going to scrap it. I'm going to forge ahead. Because I believe that I can fix it. So we have a tiny little bit of white to do up here in Pooh's ear. should do this a little bit more intelligently, and I should start down here. Oh, we've zoomed so far into something. Let's see. Did we get any other new ducks? So that was our last duck. Well, I believe we've gotten the Gazella duck. The glow-in-the-dark duck. I have learned to allow a certain number of mistakes to just kind of slide in my crafting. Sometimes you can cover them up, sometimes you can fix them later, and sometimes people are just never gonna know if you don't really point it out. So you live, you learn, and you kind of figure it out as you go, is how it kind of works. Hi, enjoy your relook. Shared the new dice, the trinkets that I got from the trinket trade, and my engagement ring. We will look at those in just a moment when we finish doing these little highlights in Pooh's ear. Just a little touch of white here. My thread doesn't want to unify, which is a bit of a pain. There we go. Just barely make out those little highlights on the ear, and now we basically just have brown outline, which means I'm going to have to go get some more brown. Got another duck spawn. Who was it? Who was it? Oh, I think it was this tiger duck. We should save. I keep forgetting that I need to actually save this game. How are you doing today? What are you thinking about? Do you have any Yfema secrets to share? I'm doing great. I am enjoying hanging out with you guys. Did you hear me say, Peter, that I watched Hell of a Boss yesterday? The first season with Wolf. I greatly enjoyed it. I feel like that was one that you had been excited for me to see. So we did not use this red, so I'm going to put that back. I believe I had that at number 7. They take place in the same universe, I think. I don't think that there's been any crossover in the characters that I've seen so far. But they do take place in the same universe. I've been enjoying it. I love it. I can't wait to see season 2. Very similar art style and character designs and all that sort of thing. So I'm currently, you can't quite see it because it's taking place off camera. I'm measuring more thread, so we need a brown. That's not good. Why is that? Oh, I see. I see. That is pre-measured, so I may as well use that. I think I had measured this for a different cross stitch and then ended up not using it. So that works out perfectly. This is a Winnie the Pooh cross stitch, which is for Flannelsaurus. We've just done the outline and the white in Pooh's shirt, and now we're going to work a little bit more on Pooh's outline for probably about another 30 to 40 minutes, and then it will be time to head off for the day. Time to go make some food in the crock pot and eat some leftover pizza. Which did you like better, Peter? Didn't you say you liked Hell of a Boss better than Has Been Hotel? I seem to remember you saying that you liked Hell of a Boss better. I can't believe that Moxie is voiced by the man who did Invader Zim. That blows my mind a little bit. I like the husband plot. The series didn't grab me, but I think I liked Hell of a Boss better. Interesting. Well, I'm very invested in the characters in Hell of a Boss, and I really want them to be happy. And they're not happy at the part where I stopped. No spoilers, but I want them to be happy. It's hard to steer this thing. I usually use a bigger hoop, but my bigger hoop has not has not been cooperating. Been desperate for pizza recently. Woof, hello! Enjoy your lurk. You've caught the end of stream. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Sorry, pizza. Been desperate for pizza recently, but every pizza, even the most basic cheese pizza, is like £15 in Edinburgh because of Fringe. Yes, I'd imagine... I mean, food isn't cheap in general these days, but during a festival, I imagine everything is just 50 times more expensive than it needs to be. I do think this particular cross stitch does look a lot better once I get the details on it. It was a little bit just sort of blocky before that. And once it has the details on, it does pop very well. What was a saucy slice we can all enjoy? Absolutely. And I am sure he appreciates that. Alright, I'm going to do... one more stitch here. Alright, I'm going to take another quick break, but you can see where we've got the outline of Pooh's head over here coming along. And I do think it looks quite good. I'm very pleased with it. So I'm going to take a quick break to use the washroom. Let's check, because I do think we got another new duck while I wasn't paying attention. I always forget to tune in for the new... Oh, Joe's duck is upright, fully upright, not slumped over. How did that happen? So we've got hot duck, we've got glow-in-the-dark duck, and we've got tiger duck. Ooh, this is a new duck. This is like a mandarin orange duck. Look at this. Oh, I see. It's an orange, and then part of it's been peeled away. Very interesting. Very interesting. So we've unlocked these 3 new ducks. Oh, this is a new duck too. I don't know if we had that one when we started. Interesting. We're starting to discover. Starting to learn. Joe, fully upright. instead of slumped over. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break. And when I get back, we're going to finish up this thread and then probably wrap up stream for the day. So don't forget to grab something to eat or drink if you need to, and to use the restroom. And if you have any more burning questions about the universe, be sure to ask. And I'll be right back. I have returned, and speaking of hot dog men, Joe has already seen this finished, but here we go. We've got a full hot dog man cross stitch, completely finished. Joe's first bongo. So there we go. Thank you for the welcomes. Welcome back to all of you as well. Oh, I need to adjust my chair. Ain't that always the way? All right. Who's this underwater duck? Have we had that duck before? Is that a new underwater duck? Interesting. Oh, it's like a brick and mortar duck. I see. It's like a concrete block. Well, there's new coffee brewing for the ducks, I see. Steam being emitted. We're about to get a new duck. Oh! One of our underwater ducks, Fox right there. Down there with Marathnon. And we have one other duck at the bottom of the pool now, too. Fascinating. All right. Let's mark off what we've done so far. done something wrong here. I lost it. I have a bell. I totally am doing the right voice. I don't think I went down far enough, actually. I think I only went down 2, and I needed to go down 3. Seems more right. It's time for me, Peter, to go rest for a while. Thank you for the stream. I hope this being an Yfema stream and not a Megan stream means I don't lose my streak. You won't lose your streak, Peter. Streaks will be maintained. I am certain. I will have a talk with the Heart of the Universe about it. I hope you get some very good sleep. It is good to see you. I'm glad that you're home. I hope sleeping in your own bed feels wonderful. I don't know if you've been away from home for a few days, but I hope that sleeping in your own bed feels wonderful, and I hope that you recover from your time at the festival. Take care of yourself, Peter. We are soon to get another new duck. I'm trying to sleep in someone else's bed. Well, I didn't know if maybe you were sleeping at B&B while you were at the festival, or what was happening there. Now, here's where we see if we can be sneaky cheeky and fix this mistake. I see, they were both supposed to be longer. Oh no. Just this one, I think? But if I do it again, it's going to create too thick of a line, I think. Well, you can't really tell. Might be able to get away with doing that. Ah, see, I have fixed it. You can't even tell the difference. So we've got the upper portion of Pooh completely done. You see that the outline is finished. I do think that color doesn't show up super well against Eeyore, so I might have to change my plans for the Eeyore outline, but I think it works fine for Pooh. think we must have gotten another new duck that I didn't see spawn in. Let's check. Oh, we got the painted mallard. We've got Pooh's arm done as well. Look at that. I think that looks pretty good. I am formulating my plan for how I want to do the outline for Eeyore, which we probably will work on tomorrow. So we have Pooh's little foot there, you can kind of see. I don't think I have quite enough thread to finish the full outline here, but let's see. I definitely don't. So I should probably just leave. I should probably just leave that bit actually and just tie it off after the. Just tie it off after the leg. That was the longest screen share. Were you in a call, Sardinisms? Shy Revenge, hello, hello, welcome. Welcome in. Probably about to wrap up shortly here, but we've done, I might just finish off Pooh's butt. We're almost done, really, with Pooh. We could just finish him in like 10 minutes. So we might just do that, because this is the only part of the outline we've got left to do. So maybe we'll just do it. Maybe we'll just be radical and just do it. And I was thinking I was going to do a lighter color for Eeyore, but I'm noticing that the black stands out really well, actually. So I might switch back to a black outline for Eeyore, and then do different colors for the... I like how much it pops once it's got the outline in there. Even the parts that are against the really dark blue, they stand out really well once they've got that outline in there. So I'm very happy with that. We had a really rough start to stream because I wasn't happy with how anything was looking. But I'm very happy with it now. I think it looks really well. And I fixed my little mistake, so you can't see it anymore. Well, you couldn't see it to begin with, but it's not there anymore. So I'm happy with that. I'm very happy. I don't remember, but I finished round 7 out of 8 and sent it to my friend for reading and critical feedback. That's awesome, Shy! I hope that you get the feedback that you're looking for. I know sometimes getting good feedback can be really hard. But I hope that you get what you need. And I hope that you're happy with how the project is progressing. Marking off what I've done here. Let's tie this off and let's just do Pooh's butt. And then we'll finish for the day. Because it isn't going to take super long. Once I get that thread on there, it's probably going to go pretty quickly. And then I will go throw some food in the crock pot while I heat up some pizza. It will be a lovely time. I'm very happy with how it's coming along. It was really hard to tell what this one was going to look like before. Both 7 and 8 of 10 rounds, well, technically 11 since final read-through before Halloween. Nice! And does your friend do the, do you do the reading for your friend too as well? Is it like a swap? Oh, I see, I see. Well, that's awesome that you have a non-writer friend who's willing to give you that kind of feedback. Known her for over a decade. That's amazing! I also have a lot of long-term friends who do reading for me as well. It's nice. It's nice when you have somebody who you can trust to look over your stuff and be honest with you, but, you know, not eviscerate your soul. I'm glad that you have that, Shy. I feel like it's going to take me longer to thread this needle than to actually do these stitches. Still wringing my hands while I wait nervously. I know the feeling. Even though I have people who have been reading my stuff for a long time, I don't necessarily want to know that they're reading it. Like, I don't want to be in the room when it happens. Ooh, this actually goes here. Looks like. Trying not to read if and waiting for her to read the Google Doc. Oh, Google Doc is like a blessing and a curse because you get that real-time update of knowing when someone's been through something. That would stress me out too. This thread one more time to completely tie it off if I left it long enough, which I just barely did. There we go. Oh, we've just missed another new duck spawn. Let's check. Let's check it out. Oh, I think it might have been Exiled Fae. Yep, it was Exiled Fae's duck. Oh, and the Mad Lad, my least favorite duck. My goodness. Found out that I had sent her a viewer instead of a commenter link, so sent the new link for comments to be done. Listen, I have that problem all the time, because I just assume that when I send the link, it does all the things. We only have 2 more stitches, and then this will be done. There we go. Fully outlined Pooh Bear. It's such a subtle thing. Like, you can just barely see it, but it makes such a difference. It really makes him pop out against the background. So he was just kind of a pixelated blur when we started, and now he's got details. I'm very happy with how that turned out. I'm a little sad I couldn't quite make the red work the way I wanted it to work. I could have used the pink, but I think it would have not looked as nice. So we've got just a little bit of red there, adding some texture. And now it's just Eeyore that needs finished. It's just the outline of Eeyore and the details for Eeyore, and of course the background, but Eeyore's the one I've been worried about the most because I used a very dark color, so that might come back to haunt me a little bit when it's time to do the details, but we will see how that goes. To work through it bit by bit. We are done with Winnie the Pooh. I'm very happy about that. I'm gonna tie off this thread and then we will go ahead and do a raid. Hopefully we'll see another new duck by then. Yes, I always forget that you have to set it by document, so I'm like, oh, I already set this setting. I don't need to set it again, but I think you do for every time you make a new document. let's tie this thread off. Perfect. I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. It's nice and subtle, but it makes a big difference. Looks very good. And now we will tackle Eeyore tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow streaming with Ghost Pepper. I'll be using my regular voice again, and I'll be streaming with Ghost Pepper. I'm not sure what he'll be doing. He might be doing some productivity. I'm not sure if he's decided. We will be streaming together tomorrow. And, yes. Haven't decided. That's totally fine, Ghost. You can do whatever you want. I mean, you can play a game if you'd like as well. I just don't be... just don't be, screaming in my ear while I'm doing nice, chill crafting stuff. So it took us a while to get there to where I was totally happy with this, but I am pretty happy with that now. Let's see who's available for a raid. Who do be streaming? Who is around doing things that we want to drop in on? Oh, this is a person we have not raided before, but I did find... I think through... I think they raided into somebody else that I raided, I think was how I found them. And they are a co-working streamer. Looks like they've got some focus going on. So let's go over and say hello. Haven't actually caught one of their streams before, so this will be nice. But just fresh back from a Ren Fair. I'm sure you did need a lot of rest, so don't worry about it. There's always tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I hope that some of your questions about life, the universe, and everything were answered. Megan will be back tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. PST, with Ghost Pepper doing some Eeyore work. And yeah, take care of yourselves. I am off to make some lunch and dinner and do some puzzling. Let's get the raid started. Oh, the follower or subscriber only chat? It doesn't look like they have subscriber only, so hopefully that's okay. Guys, take care of yourselves. Don't forget to eat, to sleep, to drink, to walk around every now and then. Don't get too hyper-focused. Remember to take breaks. Be kind to yourself. It's totally okay to not be productive every second of every day. It was lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. We will be doing a craft stream again tomorrow, and then next week we will be back to Clicky Clackies I am working on Ghost Path, my brand new work in progress. We'll be working much more on that, and we'll be finishing up some edits on Everyone's Child. But until then, my friends, stay spicy, stay sweet, whatever you prefer, and I will see you again very soon.